Once upon a time, in a distant land, there was a kind king who ruled his people with compassion, and they were very happy with him. But the king and queen often felt a deep sadness, as they had no children. After many heartfelt prayers, the queen was blessed with a beautiful daughter. To celebrate the princess's birth, the king hosted a grand feast and invited everyone in the kingdom, including 7 fairies who lived in that land. However, instead of 7, 8 fairies appeared at the feast. You see, one was an old fairy whom no one had seen for so long that everyone assumed she had passed away, so the king had not invited her. After everyone had given their presents to the princess, the fairies stepped forward to bestow their gifts. The first fairy granted the gift of beauty, the second bestowed honesty, the third offered grandeur. The fourth fairy gave the gift of a graceful dance, the fifth a beautiful voice, and the sixth presented the gift of music. Before the 7th fairy could give her gift, the old fairy, angry and uninvited, stepped forward. The old fairy declared, "The princess shall prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die." The king and queen wept at the curse, and all the kingdom was filled with sorrow. But the 7th fairy came forward and said, "I cannot undo the curse, but I can alter it. The princess will not die but will fall into a deep sleep for 100 years, and awoken by a handsome prince's kiss." In his desperation, the king ordered all spinning wheels in the kingdom to be destroyed. Time passed, and the princess grew to be the age of 16. On her 16th birthday, as the celebrations were at their height, the princess wandered into the castle's tower and found an old woman spinning. The curious princess approached. The old woman offered, "Come, try it yourself, my dear." And as soon as the princess touched the spindle, she pricked her finger and fell into a deep sleep. The whole kingdom mourned. The king and queen laid the princess on a bed of velvet in her chamber. The 7th fairy, knowing what had happened, cast an enchantment over the entire castle. Everyone within fell asleep. Time weaved its vines around the castle, and thick forests grew protecting it from the world. One day, a neighboring prince hunting nearby stumbled upon the mysterious castle. The villagers warned him it was an enchanted place, with a princess asleep for a century. Despite dire warnings, the prince ventured forth, determined to lift the mystery. As he approached, the vines and thorns that once barricaded the path parted at his touch, revealing a passage. When the prince arrived, he found the sleeping beauty within. The moment he kissed her, all magic was undone, and the kingdom awoke from its long slumber. The king and queen rejoiced as the kingdom welcomed the return of the princess. With great merriment, her 16th birthday was celebrated anew, and soon after, she married the prince. The pair lived happily ever after, spreading joy and harmony in their realm.